Cut Your Woods Cup of Social. My question is for you, Janica, is when you first saw the thread and thought about writing this screenplay, where you're like, how do we get this from the craziness to like a story that, you know, that people can follow? Because even with the film, you're like, leave, girl, leave. What was that process like for you, just going from reading the thread and being like, how do we make this, you know, where an audience is comfortable following it without, you know, feeling like this is just insane?
You know, I didn't think so much of the audience experience because my job first and foremost was to protect Asia, to protect Zola and the story that she told. And so that was my job, right? Was to take care of her and the narrative that she told and to treat that source material like it was sacred. I'm a theater student. I come from, you know, the theater. I went to NYU. I studied theater, directing, design, acting for theater. And I approached the text like I would were I to be adapting August Wilson, were I to be adapting Chekhov, Shakespeare. I treated it the same, right? And what that meant was I wanted to hold her voice on a pedestal like I would any of those writers that I was taught to hold on a pedestal. So that's really the thing I was out to do. I read the story the day it came out on Twitter. I fell in love with it immediately. Before it was done, I was like, I need to make this bring to me to it. How do we get there stat? And it took a couple of years to get there. I wasn't the first choice. I wasn't the second choice. Shit, I don't know if I was the third, fourth, and fifth, but I was the last choice. And here we all are together. I'd never heard a voice like hers. And at that point, it's not like I was getting sent a bunch of work to me, but between 2015 and 2017, by the time I got her film or by the time I got her story, I had had a handful of scripts sent to me. And I just, you know, we are all in this business. We've all read things. There are a lot of bad scripts. And I still found myself going back to the thing that she wrote, which to me felt like a film. I know sometimes people ask like, well, how do you see a movie here? And I'm like, it read like the outline of a film. There was a very clear first act, second act, third act. I knew who the villain was. I knew who the good guy was. I knew where the heart stood. And there was a very clear journey, right? It's like, I don't want to be home. Then I go on an adventure and I'm like, please take me home. Right? Like that's the movie. And so I just knew that I was the right person to protect it, or I felt I was the right person to protect it. It's so hard to get the work made. And I was willing to go along on the ride for it, no matter how long it was going to take. I'm grateful that it didn't take us, I think in total from me coming on board to 2017 to now, it's only a few years, even though for Asia, it started in 2015. But I feel like I've now been talking for so long, I have no idea what the question was anymore. So I think I answered it.
No, you did a
Yikes,
good job.
you guys.
No, you're fine. And I think you did a really, really good job, especially with the intimate scenes. You could tell it had a woman's touch. So I appreciate it.
I know what I was going to say. You know, so she was 19 when she wrote this. And if I had had an ounce of the confidence that she had at 19, who would I have been? Who would I have been then? I feel in some ways, I don't think my mother reared me to be small, but I think the world treated me like I was small and I didn't know how to take space. I didn't know how to be big. And when I read that, I was like, a 19-year-old wrote this? Are you kidding me? First of all, the writing is genius, brilliant. It is phenomenal. It is funny. It is stressful. It is terrifying. I mean, it is suspenseful. And she was processing and exorcising her trauma at 19. Again, like, do you know how much therapy I had to go through to get here? Whew.
That's an eye opener. It's hard to follow. We're going to take it down a little bit more.
Yeah, relaxed.
Thanks, Brandon.
But blessings to you for processing that. That's the best way that I can put it. My question is for Taylor. Taylor, we've been following your story since Hit the Floor. And what is it like to like have your moment? Because a lot of us thought you were great. And the first thing I did when I saw the promo for Zola was say, hey, it's the girl from Hit the Floor, right? And there are going to be a whole bunch of fans who are coming to see you have your moment. So talk about what that's like to going, you know, to having your progression happen and just seeing people cheering for you, the actress.
Thank you. That's so nice. Well, to be honest, I try to not think of it as a moment, and I hope that it can. I want to live a really colorful life, and I want to expand and be challenged and grow. And I've been on a really long-winded journey of discovering myself and noticing, like, you know, where my spirit, what my spirit's available to based on what I've healed and blah blah blah. And so I just am like really thankful to be in a position to lend myself in service of the truth, and I hope it can continue going. I hope I don't look at it as a moment, because that feels fleeting, and you know, I'm hoping if anything I can just be a shepherd, an example of when you work hard and you have integrity for what it is, what's right for you and what feels good to you, and like exiting the party when it's time to go, and just, you know, just what resonates with you, what kind of stories do you want to tell, whatever that looks like in your life. I just this whole thing just feels very divine, and I just feel really thankful for it. I don't know what to say.
No, but I think I hope you know that a lot of people are rooting for you, and it's nice to see good people win, you know, as they say.
Thank you so much.